What's up, beautiful Pisces friends? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have all my Pisces friends here with me today. We are going to do your February into March tarot love readings. This is going to be roughly mid-February into mid-March. Happy Aquarius season. Happy soon to be Pisces season. You guys got some birthdays coming up. So yeah, I hope this video finds you well. I am thrilled to have you all here with me. Cross watchers, you are always welcome as well. All right, so for my Pisces gang, general readings is what I'm spinning out for you here today. That means not everything I say will resonate with you. Pieces and parts of this reading very likely will. I hope lots and lots of it does. Ultimately, it's up to you to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. Ultimately, please only take away the messages that resonate with your circumstance, your story, that fit in some way. And yeah, drop anything that doesn't. If it doesn't connect, if it feels strange or foreign, it means it's probably not a message for you. Probably connecting with someone else's energy. And as I'm stammering on all my words, I'm thinking maybe Pisces are having difficulties communicating this month. I don't know, but okay, let's see. For Pisces in love, looking for love messages. Pisces in love. If you don't currently have a person, this could represent someone coming in that you haven't met yet. It could represent someone coming back from your past. Can also sometimes be non-romantic love. I know everyone's hoping for that, but sometimes it's a story you need to hear about, you know, your kid, about your mom, or about something like that. So we will see what messages we get for Pisces in love. Couple more cards, bear with me. I'm using a few different decks here for Pisces in love. Everything else is in the description box below. That includes the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Like, share, subscribe wherever you can. We are going to hop into your reading. My fishies. All right, you got the moon card. I dig that. I always love seeing that in your reading. All right, so potentially love with a Sagittarius. It could have been a twin flame. Somebody you learned a lot of tremendous lessons from. They opened, or it was like a spiritual awakening when you were with them. But there was also something kind of stern and domineering about them. It sort of feels like they suffocated you a little bit. It felt like you were almost like not a side piece, but like a prop, like a toy in their life that was, I hate to say this because it sounds so harsh, but almost like disposable. And some of you came to the realization that they weren't putting their main focus on you. They were very selfish energy. And yet they didn't make you feel like you were special in some capacity. You felt very, kind of used by them, but also unsatisfied sexually. Sorry, I just got to put it out there. There was something about, the energy is kind of weird. I got to be honest with you guys. So let's see. It could have been with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. You do have the king. I don't even know if I can show this on YouTube. It's pretty graphic, but you have the King of Fire, and then this Michael, the Archangel Michael, is a card of Sagittarius. Temperance is all about finding the balance between cups. So that actually does make a lot of sense. It's the blending of opposites. It talks about blending fire and water. So if you were dealing with a fire sign, you being water, Pisces, it's difficult. Like it's tricky. It's getting the ingredients, the recipe just right, so that you don't like drown your king in water, who's fire, but then the opposite, that it's almost like the fire takes away from your passion. Or it's something about if you were to leave, like I'm getting the visual of if you were to leave like water by an open flame, eventually it would like absorb into the air. It would create steam. And so it's almost like they took something from you. They took the zest away from you. It's like they took the light out of your eyes. They left you feeling very like unseen. Again, disposable. And that is a very heavy message. I'm sorry to hear that. So, I mean, obviously that is coming up for a reason. But as I was saying, this was a twin flame relationship. So while it kind of sucked that you went through it or are going through it, there's some sort of lesson you're being asked to reflect on about yourself. It has nothing to do with them. It's understanding, like, the storyline. Why did I get involved with this person? What did I see in them? What was I not seeing in myself? Why did I allow myself to be like the subservient to someone who was like an abuse of power? And I use that term kind of lightly. That sounds very, very harsh and intense, but there's something about not viewing yourself as a valuable asset, as like a hot commodity, or Or yeah, it was you held them in very high regard, but by doing that, you didn't understand that you were dimming your own light. That is the perfect way to express this. So some of you, you're leaving an old fire king to pursue a Sagittarius, or someone who's just more more gentle, more angelic, someone who's more, I'm getting like soft spoken, someone who kind of wraps you in their arms, someone who's very nurturing and kind and gentle. This person was not that. I am sort of getting this as an ex, or hopefully you're not still with this person, but you know, if you are, there was some sort of spiritual path that led you down this road, but I am sort of getting like a course correct. Something about you've seen this person's ugly side and now you're wanting to retract and get away. Some of you may have strong Cancer in your chart, wanting to retract into your shell so that you don't have to deal with it. There is like a desire to not have to communicate with this person. So maybe you're divorced and you're shutting them down entirely or blocking them. But for others of you, it's like you need to finally come forward and say what it is that is on your mind, that you're feeling very deeply. But it's almost like you don't want to, there's like a fear of damaging this person's ego by holding up a mirror to them or to their own, what you deem as like, you know, irresponsible or bad behavior or whatever. I don't know if you're fearful of their judgment or it's not the repercussion. I'm not getting physical abuse with this by any means. It's just, they're cocky. They're very like, I hate to be gender specific, but it feels very kind of like masculine, like machismo energy, if that makes sense for anyone. So then it's saying give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So, I mean, some of you, sure, but if this makes sense of an ex who was like that and you're either with a Sagittarius or pursuing someone that, I just want to describe them as like angel wings. Someone who likes to cuddle you and hold you a lot. It could also be another Pisces or fire sign. That I would pursue more. The double angel wings person, this feels like a duality. Again, like a mirror too. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to throw something on it. What does this give your relationship a chance about? Work on your partnership. Some of you are being guided and advised to communicate, depending on the severity or the harshness of this fire king, who again is very like headstrong. They may have strong Aries in their chart. Yeah, some of you do need to communicate what it does feel like you're wanting to just slip away and not deal with it. You are being asked to work on your partnership in that regard. Excuse me. To have the difficult conversations, but it may actually be a means to an end for some of you who are wanting divorce or wanting to get out of a situation. If you don't see anything, I wanted to say light, L-I-G-H-T. If you don't see anything light about them, very, again, like something beautiful that makes you feel good and warm and healthy. If it's an empty well that you've tapped, essentially you're, even sexually, you're not compatible. Rather than just slipping away, it's asking you to kind of step into your power and be like, I'm not happy. And asserting yourself to be like, I want to leave, or I don't want this anymore, or I don't like this. It's bringing it out into the open. And the moon, it's very hazy. It's eclipse. There's a lot of secrets here. I think, yes, some of you are realizing that this person doesn't satisfy you in more ways than one. And so I think you are pursuing, it's funny, I said the same thing to Cancer. You actually might be pursuing something outside of your marriage. I did hear extramarital affair. That's not for everyone, especially my cross watchers. Don't freak out. But yeah, some of you are pursuing something elsewhere. So maybe you're just starting to date again, even if you're no longer with this person. You're trying something new. And I want to be clear. There is something that this sounds so like preachy to say. Despite how bad or terrible or just mediocre this other person was that was kind of domineering, you actually took really valuable insight away, because as you're going into this new relationship, what you're searching for, or at least what you currently are being presented with, is the complete opposite, and I'm getting that you like it. So again, like going from a fire king to a water king or whatever, queen, it doesn't matter the gender. Fire and water, day and night, blending of opposites. There's something to do with the changing of your mind and how you view relationships, or how you've changed your perspective on what it is that you truly want and desire and need in partnership. Yeah, I think you're still looking for this soulmate. I don't think you've settled on this this domineering, I just keep wanting to say fire king, but I want to be clear, it doesn't have to be a fire sign. But I mean, look how big his like penis wand is, right? Like there's a lot of like machismo, male kind of like fronting, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just not that into it. Anyway, I like this person, particularly if they're a Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. So could be hopping to different fire signs. But yeah, something with a soulmate. You feel lost in looking for your soulmate. You're uncertain about who they are or if you're ever going to find them. Or something about the damage that was done with this past person, again, making you feel less than or not worthy. You're worried that that is going to start to be a pattern in any new relationship you form. And it's not. With the Chariot coming through, you've learned a tremendous amount of lessons about internal balance. That's what this can be too, a very healing relationship. Not just with other people, but specifically with yourself. It's self-healing. It's being grounded, right? One foot on land and then the other foot in the pool of intuition, in love, in water, right? In self-love. Blending, it's like alchemy of like the internal works of your body, making sure you are very balanced. Because yeah, I'm getting this past person put you in a headspace that was really tricky. Again, questioning yourself, lacking confidence, and just feeling stuck, like you were in prison because you were married to this person. Or do you understand what I'm saying? Mental entrapment, 8 of Swords. It's time to like bust free. It's like liberation. It could be sexual liberation, right? Some of you may be coming out. It's something about, in order to find the courage, the strength to bust out of this prison, in metaphor, you have to be your own cheerleader. I feel like I say this to you all the time, Pisces. You have to nurture and heal your own wounds, because that's going to like build your strength up in order to go after what it is that you really want, which might be a Cancer, by the way, but also like it's a path to victory. Leaving something behind, although it's awkward and uncomfortable to actually like deal with it, call a spade, point out the elephant in the room, which is definitely this guy. Or girl, right? Non-gender specific. It's calling out what is already visible, what everyone is already feeling. It's the scary idea of having to actually say it out loud for some of you. And for a lot of you, what you're wanting to say out loud is like, you're not my person. You're not my soulmate. It's something about being in like an obstacle course or a maze, trying to navigate your world with this person around. It's messy. It's complicated. It's kind of scary. Some of you, like, you want to run. Ugh, Pisces, it's a little uncomfortable. Something about going towards the bees, going towards the honey, maybe going towards your sweetheart. Again, some of you are dating around. If you're not fully committed to this person, or I don't know, maybe you're seeking out avenues outside of your marriage. I don't know your life. I'm just saying what the cards might be presenting here. Yeah, it does seem like forward movement in some capacity here with the card of Cancer, the Chariot. Moving forward is going to be a victory. It's going to be helpful to you. Both of these are about internal balance. You can't drive the Chariot forward unless your heart and your head are balanced. Same here. Your own health is taking like center stage in the month of February. Make sure you're being good to your body, eating right, exercising, dieting, whatever that means to you. Faith and spirituality, for when you are seeking clarity and guidance, turn to your spirit guides, to your angels. They are watching over you. You are protected, which is why, like, as kind of gross as this energy is with the King, I for most of you, it doesn't feel like a safety issue. It just feels like it's almost like they left such a bad taste in your mouth. You're constantly having to be reminded of that to motivate you to leave forward. It's like universe is trying to nudge you off the edge a little bit to be like, Pisces, are you happy? Are you sure? Remember this conversation? Remember that time that happened? And you're kind of just like, yeah, literally bad taste in your mouth. It's trying to get you to the goods. It's trying to get you to something sweeter, the lollipops, right? The land of lollipops. That's what universe is trying to get you to go after, something sweet, something more cute, something more fun, something more delightful, right? This doesn't feel delightful. This feels like a chore. Being like physically connected and romantic, I use that loosely with this person, there's nothing in it for you. It feels very like, just look at that, right? I'm trying to show you as much as I can here, but it's not great. I don't love it. It could be another Pisces you were with, but that's not it for most of you. Some of you are looking at another Pisces or a Cancer. All right. Anyway, moving on. 15 minutes. Good Lord. Interesting. Cancer got this as well. So yeah, some of you may be reconciling with a Cancer. In your person space, we have that. You also have the Queen of Wands. Interesting. Okay. So your Fire King, if that was a fling for you, they may be married. And I don't think that that is a epiphany or something that was secret. You would have known if you were kind of like playing the field and just kind of, trying different people on, seeing what fit or what stuck. You may have ended up with a Fire King who actually was already married. And that marriage, even though it may have been falling apart or messy, it might still be together. That's kind of an interesting message. So yeah, word to the wise, if there's a fire person in your life that, I would just caution you there. And I'm not saying they're necessarily married. I think you would know this, but that has a giant red flag all over it if they are married. King of Wands twice, so same card, different deck. All my racy decks I'm using for this love reading. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a card of Aries. There may be a wife involved that is an Aries. And then the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. Sorry. I don't want to cough all over this. All right. So, yeah, I just got to call it like I see it. The Lovers with 3 people in it. Somebody has options here, and it might be you, Pisces, but it might also be this person. Even this moon card, it's such an unusual depiction. There's 4 people in that card. You both might have options, okay? I'm just putting that out there. Anyway, Cancer had a similar reading about reconciling with someone from the past that was very sweet and innocent. Someone who sets you free, someone who heals you. Like a very healthy, beautiful, pure, innocent type love. For some of you looking to reconcile with a Cancer, check out that reading because there's probably something in there for you. And I say that too because of the Page of Pentacles. It's not brand new. There's something about it that there's room to grow and build off of it. But for the longest time, they didn't see you that way, or vice versa. You didn't see them as, you saw it as like an empty, not an empty cup, I guess a closed door. It's like somebody, closed the door and locked away the key. That is all a false belief in your head. It's, again, the false, mental prison. It's like you have the key to escape this prison, these false beliefs. You've held the key the whole time. You may actually be dealing with a Taurus or a Virgo as well. But yeah, there was either there was a question of how committed they were to you or vice versa, or if this was anything beyond a friendship thing or a one-night stand, or you may be reconnecting with an earth sign or a water sign is what I'm saying. If there's a fire sign in your life, they're probably married or spoken for or pursuing I heard other candidates. That sounds very professional. There's other candidates. All right, so what's between you guys? Interesting. Another card of Leo. That also indicates to me if you're with a fire person, Aries, Leo, Sag, they may have a Leo in their life who is these cards are hypersexualized, but there's 3 of Cups here. It's not just 2. It's not just exclusive. There's multiple parties involved. Here it says it is safe for you to love, open your heart, and give and receive the highest energy of all. Yeah, there's something about vibing low, literally like low man on the totem pole, the way her position is in this sex act, right? You were settling. You were not seeing yourself as this beautiful, high vibing, lush, abundant Empress vibes. You were kind of dumbing yourself down, or just you were surrounded by people who were putting you down or not valuing you, not recognizing your worth. And so therefore it's that was somehow seeping into your subconscious as false information on how to move forward. It's like busting through the obstacles, the mental prison, to move forward towards what it is that you really want. For some of you, it is a Leo. There's a lot of back and forth because this is a general message. Going from a Leo to a Sag, going from a Sag to a Leo, going from a Sag to an Aries. Lots of fire here. Also, Cancer was presenting quite strongly. Anyway, sorry. Let me. Yeah, even with this, like on the horse, the Chariot, Cancer. It's safe for you to love a Cancer. I'm supposed to tell some of you that, if that makes any sense. Yes, for this reconciliation, it's probably someone you've already slept with or been romantic with. But yeah, for some of you, it's like you thought it was a one-night stand, but the passion is still burning on both your ends. So it's someone like you haven't been able to forget about, but you thought, again, like they weren't interested or they weren't committed or they weren't in a place to keep dating. Yeah, but there was something very fun and like very free about you guys being able to be together. So I just got to put it out there. I know it's not for everybody. You both may have been in a mirrored situation where you were spoken for or married or otherwise committed, but it's like you both needed an escape from that life and came together, and that relationship that you guys had kind of like in secret, right? The moon in darkness where no one could see, actually ended up being a lot more fulfilling to you. But what's between you is this baggage of like extra cups, multiple people, 3 of cups, and at least one or possibly both of you have another option or something that is already like very much like official. Like I'm getting like Hierophant vibes, like marriage, or you may, or one or both of you may have like a child. And so there's, yes, something about the child being between you. That may have been what was keeping this relationship together. Stay together for the kids, right? That Blink-182 song. Especially with your kind of domineering Fire King that doesn't treat you well or talks down to you, or Queen, right? Toss gender out the window. But you may have like been staying together for the kids. But again, like there's kind of some side activity going on here. Very much like, yeah, like when the lights go down and no one's looking, maybe you're texting this person, turn to your nightstand so that the person in bed next to you doesn't see. There's a lot of like clandestine, like, shh, don't tell anybody. It's like secret lovers. But here's what I don't want to say I like it, because I'm just not an advocate of cheating on your person. That's just not how I do things. But this isn't my reading. This is your reading. I will caution you to be careful with that, but ultimately there is something more beautiful and healing about this like secret relationship. And so I think that's what I was trying to get at over here, this idea of universe nudging you to come forward and say what it is you need to say to potentially the person you're currently with or trying to break free from. The faster you do that and kind of like rip the Band-Aid off, then it's like all the healing comes in, all the water and all the sunlight, right? Cancer and Leo may be very key players in your life in February into March. And then you have the Star card. Aquarius season is a timestamp. Also, this is saying to me the way that the moon, it's really funny. You have the moon and the sun and the stars. I love that. It reminds me, I think I said this to Scorpio. Maybe I said it to some other sign. And I think it's a line in Peter Pan. Wendy goes, Peter Pan is the sun and the moon and the stars. It's like, you're my everything. You're my person and I love you. That name Peter actually might mean something to someone, or Wendy for that matter. But it's something about when you're with this other person, like the secret person. I wouldn't be surprised if you had the High Priestess come up. That feels so much more healthy and warm. There's more of like a spiritual connection there, and it's easy, it's innocent, it's pure. You feel like a kid again. You don't have to deal with like this, kind of like this heavy energy of the person you're currently with. It actually seems like a better fit for you, but there's something keeping you from actually like expressing this love and putting it out in the open. Also, the idea of it being a secret, if any of you are resonating with this, ultimately, like the way the moon or the sun like sets and rises, illumination, light will be brought to the darkness. And I'm not saying darkness is in an evil way, but what you think is secret, something may be brought to the surface and like up and out to light. So be careful with like, oh, they'll never find out. They have no idea. Your person might have an idea, and I'll just be real with you. They're not going to like it. If they find out that there's like extramarital affairs and activities going on, even if they're the biggest hypocrite themselves, because flat out they might be doing it too, that doesn't necessarily make it okay. It's like two rights don't make a wrong. It's like, if you both are super unhappy in this, why not just sever it? If it's like you've been trying to blend your two cups for years, for months, for weeks, whatever it is, and they just don't seem to fit together. You both aren't getting what you need emotionally, physically, spiritually out of this connection. Why wouldn't you go towards this person who makes you feel absolutely amazing? I mean, it's sexy, but it looks pretty good. Like, I think they're enjoying themselves here. Some of you are going from a fire person to a fire person. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or again, something watery, maybe another Pisces, maybe a Cancer. It could also be an Aquarius, though I think that's more of a timestamp of why you, like an Aquarius season, now until like end of February-ish. Then it's like, okay, like, are we going to move on this Pisces? Are we going to do something about this? Or, interesting. Yeah, I don't know if you're afraid of freedom. You're afraid to go out on your own because this first person is all you've ever known. But there's someone who's definitely interested in you and they want to be your support system. They want to be your rock. They want to be that person you can lean on during times of difficulty. And they might be significantly older than you. Or at least more mature than you. All right, let's look at your final advice or guidance. All right. Oh, there's the High Priestess. There's the Secret Lady. Five of Swords. Yeah, mind games. Things being done that are upsetting or ruffling feathers. That's what I mean. This secret, it's not that secret, if that makes sense. Like someone already knows. Wow, you have the Five of Swords twice. Same card, different deck. That's what I mean. There's such a mirror to this. You both are playing head games with each other. There is an element of backstabbing or wanting to like poke the bear or like needle someone, use words to like get them agitated or upset or angry. And again, this domineering fire king or emperor. Yeah, it's very strong in this reading. Again, it might be the father of your child. Even if you're not together, it's like you still may have to go and see them to drop off the kid or do this or do that. And so in that case, if you're no longer together, right? If you severed it in a healthy way, there's no reason why you shouldn't be exploring new options and dating. But what I'm getting from this is that it's very convoluted and messy. There's no sword energy here, which indicates to me like clarity, pure thoughts, good judgment, severing, divorce, cutting. It's all very like muddled and mucky. Again, I think multiple people in this scenario have different options. And it's not to say that the one that you are interested in isn't into you, but yeah, like it's kind of like turn that mirror back on yourself. Like, are you faithful and committed to one right now, Pisces, or are you dabbling, right? Interesting, wedding. So this card's cute, and I know everybody gets the feels when they see it. This is actually indicating to me someone here is married already, and I think you already know about this, Pisces. I think it's involving someone you're seeing who, again, it's like they're a welcomed relief in your life to escape the burdens of a troubled marriage or a troubled divorce, or I don't even know what it would be, but this, yeah, I mean, it literally says the situation involves marriage. All right, I'm going to throw a few more on it. Yeah, some of you are too afraid to come to your husband or wife and tell them, I don't love you anymore. You're too afraid of the repercussions or of being alone. And so it's like you've resigned yourself to this life of like imprisonment, of being under like the unfair dictatorship or the domineering rulership of like an emperor type, like abuse of power. And I don't mean physical abuse, but mental abuse, maybe emotional abuse, someone who isn't there for you. That's why it feels so good to rush into the arms of this other person, because they are there for you. They welcome you with open arms. They hug you and kiss you and they cuddle you, Pisces. You love to be cuddled, right? There's soulmate vibes. There's something sweeter ahead, but you have to go for it. Victory lies up ahead. But yeah, some of you, it feels like you're literally, I'm getting like the metaphor of quicksand. It's like every time you try and escape, you just sink back deeper in. Your person may be very emotionally manipulative and saying things at you to try and get you to stay with them. But like, I think this whole situation is lacking love. Where is the love there? It seems like it's with other people outside of this commitment, right? You already know how to proceed with this, Pisces. With the High Priestess, that says you already know. Have I said something about like unlocking the key to the prison you've kept yourself in? You know who holds the key? I can't show you this because it's a little graphic. The High Priestess holds a key there. She's got the secret scroll. She's got the messages. She's got the knowledge to free herself. And look who's behind her. This, like, a couple people for one, but someone like peering over her shoulder with like, what are you doing? Who are you hooking up with? Someone who's very suspicious of her activity. The High Priestess is also a card of Cancer. So if you have a side piece going on with Cancer, again, it's not that secret. This person probably knows. But also, because the High Priestess is ruled by the moon, it is also like highlighting your energy. Clandestine, like secretive energy. Someone knows. Someone has got it's like they're constantly looking over their shoulder, hoping they're not going to get caught. I don't do fear-based readings, but your Fire King or your Emperor, the domineering male, they already know. They know what's up because they're probably doing it too. And it's like you both are scared of the repercussions of like admitting to each other that you both have found other people or that you both at least desire or want other people. Like, I hate to say this, and I'm sure it's more complicated than I'm understanding, but like, why are you guys staying? Because of the kids? Because of financial issues? Because of, I don't know, Pisces, you tell me, but like, ultimately that's what this whole spread is kind of highlighting you to. 8 of Cups, why are you not going after the 9? 8 of Cups is settling, and look, that domineering male energy, I don't think she's enjoying that, right? There's something about, okay, like closing out a very difficult cycle. Something about this person is mentally abusive. They put you down. They call you dumb. They tell you you're not good enough, or at least indicate that, or their words are very harsh and cutting. You're almost on your way out. You go from the 8 of Swords, the prison, to the 9 of Swords, which is like anxiety, your thoughts keeping you up at night. It's like you're planning your escape. Interesting. Okay, I'm very much getting, this is so random, but the movie Sleeping with the Enemy, Pisces, that's what I'm going to call your video. Sleeping with the Enemy, Julia Roberts has to escape an abusive marriage. So, I mean, not for everyone, but maybe there is something more to this. The cards are pretty heavy, and so many cards here are also indicating healing your body too. So my heart goes out to you, Pisces. If you're in like a physical, an abusive physical relationship or any kind of abusive relationship, like get the F out of there. Like, but ultimately this is saying to me, you're almost closing out that cycle. The 9 goes to the 10 and then it's like you're done with it. But with that, it also says that the 10 of Swords, closing out of a cycle, being able to leave it behind, it's something that ended in a manner that was not ideal. It left a scar on your heart. It felt like you were stabbed in the back. It felt like something that it was unfortunate that you had to go through it because there was a lot of pain involved, but the pain will lift. The pain will be released because the value in all this, as I'm saying, and I don't mean to sound like preachy or condescending, you're walking away with tremendous lessons that you can take with you. The information and like the valuable insight you learn from what you don't want in a relationship and apply it to like a soulmate relationship. The 11-11, right? Your twin flame, your soulmate, you're like your perfect partner. It seems like you're headed off to do that, but there's like a little bit more work to be done in order to close out a cycle with someone who isn't your dream come true, who isn't your Prince Charming. Do you have the Emperor again? Stop it. Is that the Emperor? It is. This is a foreign deck, so I'm trying to read it in Spanish. Do you have the Emperor 3 times? Or no, okay, you have the King of Wands. You have the King of Wands twice, and you have the Emperor twice. And the Sun. You have so much fire energy, I don't even know what to do. Again, there's multiple parties here. And there, again, something about a child, too. Staying together for the kids. I keep getting that over and over and over. The sex will be better with a new person or reconciling someone from the past who, again, it's like they want to be your support system. It's more, there's more emotion to be had there. There's more sexual passion, but there's more like loving, nurturing, kind energy there. If you are constantly stuck in your head about how to get out of this, it's indicating to me with 2 5 of Swords, having that difficult conversation that you don't want to have is actually going to set you free. And that's true. The 5 of Swords, any 5 in tarot is like chaos, conflict, confusion, anarchy, awkwardness, right? Agents of change and chaos. You are in the thick of, am I going to change this situation? Once you decide to move forward with the communication, to not keep it secret, right? To take that key that you've always had and unlock your mental prison, move forward and communicate something with this person, right? Someone who is an egomaniac. I don't like them. They're selfish. Then you get out of like this chaos because you finally kind of confront your fears to deal with it, right? To clear the smoke, to get out of like the fogginess, the just dreaming about it, right? The illusion of it. The moon card is all about secrecy and not seeing things with clarity. It's like you decide to clear the smoke and openly communicate, right? Openly express what it is that you need to say. Anyway, then you get to the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is moving on. Forward movement, much like, where's my chariot? Forward movement because you've balanced your dark and light energies. You're honoring yourself and holding yourself in higher regard and recognizing that you deserve better. You're not just settling. 8 of Cups. You're going after all the bells and whistles. Your wish fulfillment, right? There's a little bit more work to be done in order to leave this behind and not have to carry around the mental baggage anymore. And yeah, it's once you decide to move forward with your truth, then it opens up more avenues and possibilities for better love, for love that is more in alignment with your heart, something that is more steady, potentially with an earth sign, something more gentle, something more reliable, and like cushy. The way I was saying, you like, this person envelops you in their arms, they wrap you in their angel wings. This person is who like spirit or source wants you to be with, because when you fall, they'll catch you. Something about this person is the one who pushes you to the ground. Ooh, yeah. Pisces, I don't typically do or get readings like this, but there actually does feel like an abuse of power. And for some of you, it might be physical. Get out of there. And if that is your situation at all, like that is something that is beyond tarot going to help. Like you need to seek outside help for that. So I'm just putting a plug in. If a physical abusive relationship is something you're dealing with, like God bless you. I'm sending my love out to you, but get yourself out of there. Like save yourself. You need to, your health, your body, your mind, your spirit needs to be rescued. And that might be what this is saying. Like your angels, your guides are trying to draw you out of a very toxic relationship. And point you towards a King of Pentacles, an Earth King. Something about, they catch you when you fall. Move with haste. It's time to move forward. A lot of you are wondering if you're ready to do it or if now is the right time. There's hesitation here. There's pause. There's delay. This night is like, no, let's get it done. We already know our truth. It's like you both already know the secret, right? So why are we like not pointing out the elephant in the room that we're not happy here, that this isn't working? How much more time do you need to think about it? Earth is painfully slow, right? You can't look at a seed and will it to become a flower. It happens organically over time. But there's something about this where this has been a long-standing issue for long enough where it's like, again, universe is nudging you. They're trying to get you to move with haste. If something isn't working, go and make it work. This to me is like, pick up the key, the knowledge you have, and like, unlock the damn prison, get yourself out of there and like go, get out of there fast. All right. Interesting. So I'm going to throw one more on this because this feels good. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If any of you are looking towards, I don't know, maybe an earth sign, or again, I keep wanting to say Cancer. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because the High Priestess and the Chariot. Tell me about this King of Pentacles. The Page of Air, better channels of communication. Oh yeah, and you have, the Queen of Cups, another card of Cancer. Go where there is love. There is an overflowing abundance of love and nurturing. She's like a little mermaid. I love this card. It's really cute. Some of you, that the image of a mermaid might be significant. I don't know if that's like a poster you have, or a tattoo, or a piece of jewelry, and I mean, you Pisces are the fish. So yeah, the mermaid totem might be important to you. Could also represent a spirit guide trying to draw you out. Yeah, something of the sea or of the ocean. Anyway, it could be a water earth sign, somebody who has significant water or earth in their chart. It's healthy, it's lovely, it's refreshing, it's healing, it's cleansing. It's the mother of the zodiac. This is also the father of pentacles, right? Mother and father, someone you could build a family with, build a home with, and potentially have an air sign child, a page, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, let's throw some zodiac signs on this. Yeah, it's like liberating yourself. Freedom, you have to be really vulnerable and real about what it is that you want. And it may involve having to tell off a bunch of people that don't agree with your decision. You may be in this marriage because it could have been an arranged marriage, or something about your faith and spirituality is why you've stayed here so long, but it's a tapped well. There is nothing that is emotionally rewarding or fulfilling about this anymore. So yeah, you are being asked to set yourself free. Find new people, new team members to work with, where you can speak your truth and not be fearful of the repercussions. Divine pairing. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, it keeps getting better. The further down I go, it keeps getting better. The divine pairing, no matter what your sign is, right? These two work well together. They have similar goals. They have similar interests. They have similar ideas of where they want to grow and who they want to grow with. And yeah, for most of you, it's very new. It might be someone from your past. It could be like someone you hooked up with once, or made out with at a party, or just grew up, childhood best friends. Romance with them is probably newish, but it seems real good. It seems like they're going to love you and support you in ways that this person never did, this other person. Ugh. It hurts. I don't like it. Zodiac signs that want to come out in this reading. For Pisces. My poor Pisces. Gosh, you guys have had shit luck, at least if this is your reading. But hopefully things get better. It looks like they do. Recognize your value and your worth. Give yourself love. That's what temperance is. Self-love. All right, so Scorpio came out. Cancer came out, absolutely. Gemini, Sagittarius, absolutely. Temperance, and then you had Virgo. All right, so you got Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Gemini. Pisces, that's what I got for you. Let me know in the comments below if any of this resonates. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I will see you very soon for more tarot readings. Bye.